What's up guys, Chris here from Vo-Gus Prospecting. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you're an old hat, welcome back. Today I was sitting at my kitchen table thinking, with a coffee in my hand, looking at my 1933 Florin I just found. I had a thought. I have a new red shirt and it's not dirty enough. So I'm out here panning today. I'm going to use this pan, find some gold. Let's get to it. We're going to be panning in the lowlands today. What are the lowlands? Well, to explain this quite simply, from here back for hundreds of meters is nothing but granite base with very little rock on it, and the only places you can really find gold are in the Old River Channel, which is the bushland on this side, and in the crevices, and it's simply because the water, when it flows, is in direct contact with the granite, and there's a hill there, so it's moving very fast. That velocity drops off right where I'm standing. You can see all the boulders around me, absolutely ridiculous amount of rock, and that stretches for about 100 meters that way, and this is just because the ground is perfectly flat, and that means everything is dropping out of the system. I've already done a test pan today. I found some gold and a shotgun pellet, so we know it's here. And what we're going to do is try and hit the bedrock and find out how much gold sits on it. Been here for 15 minutes. I've done a test pan, and then I went off, did some B-roll footage for the video, and I wanted to show you how cold it is. That test pan refroze the water that I left in there. Well, I'm Australian. This is bloody cold for 9 AM. Alright, I can hear you asking, what the hell am I doing? You're all staring in confusion. Well, I've done my test pans. The stuff that I moved, this stuff is very loose, light. It has about 4 or 5 specks of gold in it. High banker stuff, definitely worth processing, but not with a pan. So instead I'm trying to hit another layer, and I just hit the top of it, which is this sticky, grey, full of gravel, and beautiful looking pay dirt, definitely panable. I'm also trying to give myself room to work. I've cleared out the rocks from a large area so I can easily get my shovel into maybe one square foot worth of ground. So I really want to be working in where this big rock is, because that hasn't moved in a long time. And if I can clear enough space around to do that, I won't be struggling all day. Well, we did get some gold. We got about 10 pieces and some very heavy black sands. We're not on the bottom, and that's the important part. So, next pan. Pirate socks. 2 quick announcements. First, hard copy books are back in stock, so I know a lot of people have been asking me about them. The link is in the description. You can order yours today, and for the first time ever, I will be shipping the hard copies internationally. The postage in Australia is ridiculous, so I must apologize for that, but it is what it is. So they are now available. You can order yours today. The second thing is my Patreon draw. I'm drawing that on the 1st of July. You can win a jar of gold pay dirt, and you can also win a copy of my books. This time around, I'm also going to give away 2 free digital copies of my books to a couple of lucky patrons, and everyone who signs up goes into the draw to win a gator sluice from Croc Gold at the end of the year. Bet count remained the same. We've got around 10 or 15 bits of gold in there. Still not on the bottom. pans down and it's still exactly the same. There we go. Just a couple of specks, about 10 every single pan. Really good high bank of dirt, really good high bank of dirt. Not quite the deposit I was hoping for panning, but we'll see. We've got to keep expanding. You never know when it could change. Well, the spec count went up. Not by much, but a little bit after moving those rocks. Have a look. We've got about 20 specks of gold in there, and that's pretty damn good. Hopefully we are getting close. Even the black sand got bigger. It might mean we're near the bottom. This is some really good looking pay dirt. But the problem is I don't have a high banker. I've only got a pan. And that means that I am going to get 10 specks per pan, every pan, until I hit the bedrock. And that is really what, it's going to sound stupid, but it's boring prospecting. You know exactly what you're going to get every single pan. Well, I have decided to move on. 10 specks a pan, awesome high banking dirt. I'm talking, if I had a banker here we could clean up. I've said it time and time again, but I've hit a stage now where this hole is probably 4 foot deep and there's big boulders at the bottom of it that I can't shift without moving all of those rocks and then digging down that extra 4 foot. That is a lot of work for one person, and for 10 specks a pan on the way down, it's not worth it. Instead, I'm going to take you to another spot, which is just up the ways a little bit, and it had bedrock contact when I left it. I know a couple of other people have worked it since, but I want to see if we can still find some of that bedrock gold, because I was getting 50 specks a pan at the peak. Ploop. We still have ice. Guys, you did some work. You did some serious work. I fit in this. So when I found this spot, I was getting 50 specks a pan straight off the bedrock that we've got down here. And I worked it in, probably not that far. Actually, the bank started about here, and I worked it into maybe about where that rock is. And it was really good gold. Now, I gave it to a couple of mates of mine who came out. I met them in the bush, no idea they were coming. I said, do you want a spot? And I went, yep. So I gave them this spot, and they've found some gold. Now, he sent me a photo of the gold he got. He got just over half a gram, which is pretty goddamn good for just panning. So we're going to see if there's any more, see if we can't get some of that bedrock contact gold. How is this? Another pan, about another 50 or so specks, lots of finds, and it came out of the channel going straight down. Yeah. Seeing as everyone's doing this trick, I wanted to give it a go. Are you ready? Oh yeah, it works. And that was totally worth it. There is about 50 colours in that pan. Unfortunately, I only have enough time for one more pan, but before I get to that pan, I wanted to quickly say that you might have noticed a code word during this video. If you saw that code word, use it in a sentence below in the comments and you'll be entered in a chance to win one of my jars of pay dirt. I'll send this worldwide, doesn't matter where you live. The dirt is made up of the gold that I collected both today and from a few days ago when I came out here and panned some more. In all, I've got about 1 gram of gold to give away. And it'll be split up into a few different jars. So if you want to enter, leave a comment below, use the code word, and you're in the running. Oh, look at that. Check this out for the last pan of the day. Talk about a speck count. That is beautiful. We tried two very different things today. First, the boulder field. If you can find a flat area in a creek where the velocity of the water drops off, usually indicated by a ton of boulders, then you can find some really good gold. And we found some great high banking quality gold. Josh, if you're watching, we're bringing out the high banker right here. It's going to be awesome. The problem is with panning, it's very, very boring just getting 10 specks per pan every pan. There's no excitement, nothing fresh or interesting happens, and therefore I decided to leave it and come up to the old riverbed deposit. Now under here is where the old riverbed used to flow, and we're pulling out 50 specks per pan. This is panning territory. This is where you can clean up with the most basic of equipment. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like that smash button and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you would, because that helps me build the channel bigger and better for you guys so I can do more things like giveaways. Speaking of which, remember to enter in the giveaway, find the code word, enter it below, and you're in a chance to win some pay dirt. All right, I'm about to show you all the gold I got for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace, and I'm out. Come here. I got something to tell everyone. Mate, while I was working, did you go find some poo to eat? It smells like you found some poo to eat. Whoa, it really does.